Well, folks, welcome back to another episode of The Internet is a Dumpster Fire and we're all just roasting marshmallows in it. Today, we're diving into some spicy dystopian drama that makes Black Mirror look like a kid's show. Buckle up, because we're talking about 23andMe. You know, that company you sent your spit to so you could find out you're 3% Italian and 97% regret. Yeah, they're broke, bankrupt, and now your DNA, 15 million people's DNA, is up for grabs to the highest bidder. Let's unpack this absolute clown show of a situation, shall we? Honk honk. So, this dude on X posted this article. Shout out to my boy Sagar for the heads up. And it's a Business Insider piece titled 23andMe files for bankruptcy, announces resignation of CEO Anne Wojcicki. Oh, and Anne's like, I'm out as CEO, but I'm still gonna bid on the company's assets. Bro, what? That's like quitting your job at McDonald's, but saying, I'm still gonna buy the fryer and make nuggets in my basement. Wild. But the real kicker here? 15 million DNA samples might just get sold off to, who knows? Jeff Bezos? Elon Musk? Some shady pharmaceutical company in a country you can't pronounce? The possibilities are endless, and they're all terrifying. Let's break this down. 23andMe was once valued at $6 billion back in 2021. 6 billion. That's a lot of zeros, my friends. They were the kings of the spit in a tube, find out your great-grandma was a Viking game. But now, they're drowning in debt. They laid off 40% of their staff, and they got hit with a massive data breach in 2023. 7 million people's info got leaked. Oof. And now they're filing for Chapter 11, which is basically the corporate version of saying, we're broke, but we're gonna pretend we're not broke while we sell everything we own. And what's the most valuable thing they own? Your DNA, dude. 15 million samples of pure, unfiltered, genetic gold. That's right, your spit is now a hot commodity on the black market. How does that feel? You're basically a walking NFT, but instead of a ugly monkey JPEG, it's your double helix. Congrats. Now let's talk about the comments on Sagar's post, because the X community is losing it, and I'm here for it. Some guy named Steven was like, yeah, but at least I know I'm 3% Italian. Bro, you paid $99 to find out you're 3% spaghetti. And now your DNA might be in the hands of some Russian biotech firm making glow-in-the-dark super soldiers. Worth it? I think not. Then we got Gus, who's like, this is why I've never done a DNA test. It's a digital Faustian bargain. Okay, Gus, calm down with the big words. You're on X, not writing a thesis. But he's kinda right. You give these companies your spit, and they're like, cool, we're gonna use this to make money forever, and you can't do anything about it. Privacy? What's that? Never heard of her. Oh, and it gets worse. Some other ex posts in the trend are saying 23andMe has been sharing data with pharmaceutical companies, some of which are allegedly owned by Russia and China. A U.S. Treasury guy named Nate Johnson apparently spilled the beans, saying there's a hidden clause in 23andMe's contract that lets them hand over your data to shareholders. And guess who the shareholders are? Big Pharma, baby. So while you were busy finding out you're 1% Neanderthal, your DNA might have been helping some company in Moscow develop a new weight loss pill that makes you grow a third arm. And let's not forget the California Attorney General, who's out here like, yo, delete your data now. Bro, if the government is telling you to delete your data, you know it's bad. But here's the thing. Can you even delete it? According to some web results, if 23andMe already used your DNA in research, that ship has sailed. It's out there. floating in the ether, probably being used to clone you as we speak. So what's the lesson here? First off, stop giving your DNA to random companies. I don't care if you're dying to know if you're 0.0001% related to Cleopatra. Just go to a library and read a history book instead. Second, if you already gave 23andMe your spit, go delete your account right now. The Guardian had a whole article on how to do it. Log in, go to settings, scroll to 23andMe data, and hit permanently delete. But here's the catch. They might still keep some of your info for legal reasons. Bro, what legal reasons? You're bankrupt. The only legal reason you should have is I'm broke and I need to sell this dude's DNA to pay my electric bill. Sketchy. And finally, let's all just take a moment to laugh at the absurdity of this situation. We live in a world where you can pay $99 to find out your ancestry, only for that same company to go broke and sell your genetic code to the highest bidder. This is peak 2025 energy, and I'm both terrified and entertained. So, what do you think, folks? Are you deleting your 23andMe account? Or are you just gonna roll with it and see if your clone shows up on the next season of Love is Blind? Let me know in the comments. Stay spooky, stay safe, and please don't send your spit to anyone. Peace out.